The first thing you notice is the sound, not the gunfire, not the explosions, but the engine, high-pitched, fast, almost restless. It cuts through the still morning air like something alive, something hunting. It is early autumn, September 1944, near the small French village of Nancy. The fog is thin but stubborn, clinging low to the ground. The fields are damp. The earth is soft from recent rain, and somewhere in that gray silence, a massive shape sits waiting, heavy, silent, patient.
If you want more content like this, subscribe now and comment below.
A German Königstiger, the Tiger II, its long 88mm gun pointed toward a narrow dirt road. Inside that steel giant, the crew is calm, confident. They have every reason to be. Nothing on this battlefield is supposed to move faster than they can react. Nothing is supposed to get close enough to matter. But this morning, something is already moving. And it is moving faster than they expect. You can almost feel the tension building inside that German tank. The commander, Oberleutnant Friedrich Weber, leans slightly forward inside the cramped turret, one eye pressed against his periscope. His crew has been briefed. American forces are advancing again. Light tanks, fast tanks, weak tanks. That is what they have been told. The Tiger II, with its thick frontal armor and devastating gun, is designed to destroy enemies long before they can threaten it. Weber knows this. His gunner knows this. His driver knows this. The entire machine is built around that belief. Distance is safety. Power is dominance. Time is on their side. But time is a strange thing in battle. It can stretch, it can collapse, and sometimes it disappears completely. Across the field, hidden behind a low rise and a thin line of trees, a very different machine waits. Smaller, lighter, faster. The American M18 Hellcat tank destroyer. Inside it, Lieutenant James Carter grips the edge of his hatch, scanning the terrain through binoculars. He is not looking for a fair fight. He is looking for an opportunity. The Hellcat is not built to trade shots with something like a Tiger II. Its armor is thin. Its silhouette is low. Its strength is speed. Pure, aggressive speed. Carter knows this as well as Weber knows his own tank. This is not about firepower. This is about movement, timing, position. You can almost feel Carter's heartbeat matching the vibration of the engine beneath him. He knows the risk. One direct hit from that German gun, and everything ends instantly. No second chances, no recovery. But he also knows something else. That giant German tank is not as flexible as it looks. Its turret is heavy. Its movement is deliberate. It is powerful, yes. But power comes at a cost. The morning remains quiet for a few seconds longer. Then everything changes. A scout reports movement. The German crew stiffens. Weber adjusts his view. Through the haze, he spots something. Not clearly, just a shape, low, fast, moving across the field. He gives a short order. The turret begins to rotate, slowly, smoothly, mechanically. The massive gun starts to track the target. Inside the Hellcat, Carter sees it too. The long barrel of the Tiger II shifting toward them. Even at this distance, it feels like a threat you cannot ignore. He does not hesitate. He does not wait. He signals his driver. The engine roars louder. The Hellcat surges forward. You can almost feel the sudden burst of speed as the American vehicle breaks cover and races across the open ground. Dirt sprays behind it. The suspension rattles over uneven terrain. This is where the Hellcat comes alive. Not standing still, not trading shots, but moving, always moving. Weber's gunner tries to keep up. The turret continues to rotate, but the target is no longer where it was a second ago. The Hellcat is changing direction, slightly, subtly, just enough to throw off the aim. The gunner adjusts. The turret moves more. The commander calls out corrections. The distance is closing. Then comes the first shot. The German gun fires with a deep, thunderous crack. The recoil shakes the entire tank. Smoke bursts from the barrel. The shell tears across the field, slicing through the air where the Hellcat had been just a moment before, but it misses, barely, by meters, by seconds. Inside the Hellcat, Carter does not look back. He already knows the shot missed. You can almost feel the rush of adrenaline as he realizes something important. The Tiger II is powerful, but it is struggling to track them. That turret, so strong and precise at long range, is too slow for this kind of fight. Carter makes a decision, a risky one, a bold one. Instead of pulling away, he pushes closer. The Hellcat veers to the side, accelerating even more, its engine screaming as it cuts across the German tank's field of view. The ground becomes rougher. The vehicle bounces slightly, but it does not slow down. Every second matters now. Inside the Tiger II, Weber feels the shift in the battle. This is not how it is supposed to go. The enemy is not staying at range. The enemy is not afraid. He orders the driver to pivot the hull. The massive tank begins to turn, but it is slow. Heavy tracks grinding against soft earth. The turret continues to rotate, trying to keep the Hellcat in sight. But the Hellcat is already moving past the front arc. You can almost feel the moment when control begins to slip. The German gunner tries to adjust again, but now the target is at an awkward angle. The turret cannot turn fast enough. The hull is still moving. The coordination between turret and chassis starts to break down. For a machine designed to dominate at distance, this close, fast movement is chaos. Carter sees it. He understands it instantly. He is not just attacking a tank, he is attacking its limitations. The Hellcat swings around the side of the Tiger II, staying just outside the line of fire. The speed is relentless. The maneuver is tight, precise, dangerous. One mistake, one slip, and it is over. But Carter holds his line. Now the roles have changed. The hunter has become the hunted. Inside the German tank, tension replaces confidence. Weber shouts new orders. The driver tries to correct. The gunner fights to align the sights. But the target is no longer in front. It is beside them, moving, circling, always just out of reach. The Hellcat slows slightly, just enough to stabilize. Carter gives the command. The gunner lines up the shot. This is not a frontal attack. This is something else entirely. A strike at the side, where the armor is thinner, where even a giant like the Tiger II is vulnerable. The American gun fires. The shot cracks through the air, sharp and immediate. The shell slams into the side of the German tank. Not enough to destroy it instantly, but enough to damage, enough to shake the crew, enough to change everything. Inside the Tiger II, the impact is violent. Metal screams. The interior fills with the smell of burnt oil and hot steel. The crew feels the shock travel through the hull. Weber knows they are in danger now. Real danger. He orders another turn, faster, more aggressive, but the tank cannot respond the way he needs it to. It is too heavy, too slow in this moment. Outside, the Hellcat keeps moving. You can almost feel the rhythm of the engagement now. Circle, aim, fire, move again. Never stop. Never give the enemy a clean shot. Carter is not just relying on speed, he is using it as a weapon. The second American shot hits closer to the rear. This time, the effect is more serious. Smoke begins to rise from the German tank. Internal systems are failing. The engine struggles. The turret slows even more. Inside the Tiger II, the situation is collapsing. Weber realizes it. The advantage they started with is gone. The battlefield has shifted from a long-range duel to a close-range survival fight, and in this kind of fight, their machine is not in control anymore. The Hellcat completes another arc, staying just beyond the reach of the German gun. Carter watches carefully. He is not rushing the final shot. He is waiting for the right angle, the right moment. You can almost feel the weight of that decision. Every second is dangerous. Every movement must be precise. But Carter knows that hesitation could be just as deadly as aggression. The third shot is fired. This one strikes deeper, closer to critical components. The German tank shudders again. Smoke thickens. Flames begin to flicker inside. The crew is running out of options. Weber gives the order to abandon the vehicle. Hatches open. Crew members scramble out, moving quickly, urgently, away from the burning machine. The Tiger II, once a symbol of dominance, now sits damaged and vulnerable in the middle of the field. The Hellcat slows at a distance. Carter watches the scene carefully. He does not pursue the crew. The fight is over. You can almost feel the silence returning to the battlefield. The engine noise fades slightly. The smoke drifts upward into the gray sky. The tension that filled the air just minutes ago begins to settle. But something has changed. This was not supposed to happen. The Tiger II was designed to dominate, to control the battlefield with range and firepower. And yet, here it was, defeated not by a stronger gun, but by speed, by movement, by understanding the weaknesses of a powerful machine. Carter climbs slightly out of his hatch, taking a long look at the disabled tank. He knows what just happened. He knows how close it was, and he knows it will not always work this way. But for this moment, on this field, everything came together. The right decision, the right timing, the right understanding of the fight. You can almost feel the lessons settling in. In war, power is not everything. Sometimes the ability to move faster, think faster, and act faster matters more. But this moment, as quiet as it seems, is only a small piece of a much larger story unfolding across France in 1944. Because what happened here near Nancy was not an accident. It was the result of months of experience, hard lessons, and constant adaptation by American armored units that had learned, often the hard way, how to deal with German heavy tanks. Earlier in the war, encounters with German armor had not always gone this way. In Normandy, just a few months before, American tank crews had faced Panthers and Tigers under very different conditions. Narrow hedgerows, limited visibility, and restricted movement often turned those battles into deadly ambushes. In those tight spaces, speed could not always be used effectively, and heavy German tanks, with their powerful guns and strong armor, had taken a heavy toll. You can almost feel the memory of those earlier battles shaping the decisions being made now. Officers like Carter were not just acting on instinct. They were applying lessons learned under pressure. They knew that engaging a Tiger II head-on was almost always a losing proposition. The frontal armor of the Königstiger could shrug off most American rounds at distance. Its 88mm gun could destroy lighter vehicles long before they could respond. So the doctrine began to shift. Instead of trying to match power with power, American forces began to rely more on flexibility. Tank destroyer units, equipped with vehicles like the M18 Hellcat, were designed specifically for this kind of engagement. Their mission was not to hold ground or push forward slowly. Their mission was to hunt, to move, to exploit weaknesses. The Hellcat itself was a reflection of this philosophy. It was one of the fastest armored vehicles of the war, capable of reaching speeds that most tanks could not match. Its armor was thin, yes, but that was a deliberate trade. Less weight meant more speed. More speed meant more options. And on a battlefield where seconds could decide everything, options were often more valuable than armor. Back inside the damaged Tiger II, even as the crew abandoned it, the reality of that trade-off was clear. The tank was still powerful, still dangerous, but it had been placed in a situation where its strengths could not be fully used, and once that happened, its weaknesses became impossible to ignore. You can almost feel the contrast between the two machines. One built like a fortress, designed to dominate through strength. The other built like a hunter, designed to survive through movement. Neither design was inherently wrong. Both had their place. But on this particular morning, in this particular field, one approach proved more effective than the other. As Carter's Hellcat pulls back and rejoins friendly lines, the crew begins to process what just happened. There is no celebration, no dramatic moment, just a quiet understanding. They survived, they adapted, they executed their plan. And somewhere behind them, the smoke from the disabled Tiger II continues to rise, marking the spot where a battle of speed versus power played out in a matter of minutes. You can almost imagine future crews hearing about this engagement, learning from it, adjusting their own tactics, because that is how war evolves, not just through grand strategies, but through small, intense moments like this one, moments where decisions are made quickly, where understanding the enemy matters more than simply overpowering them, and moments where, sometimes, the fastest machine on the battlefield can outmaneuver even the strongest. The wind moves softly across the field again, the fog begins to lift, and the battlefield, for now, returns to silence. But the lesson remains. Speed can change everything.
If you want more content like this, subscribe now and comment below.